Welcome to Legal Fee Advisor's presentation on how to audit a legal bill. We're going to show you how to mark up a bill so that you can learn a few strategies to help you save money on your legal fees. Before we start, you should know that these are just a few examples and your situation could require different strategies. However, you can always contact us and we will try to help. Here we have a legal bill from the Smith Law Firm. A quick glance doesn't immediately raise any red flags, but let's take a closer look at the $12,000 in legal fees to see if we can find any issues. Looking at the first entry by Richard Smith, this entry looks vague and doesn't give you, the bill payer, the ability to understand what Mr. Smith did for 1.2 hours. You should never be afraid to ask questions. Ask the firm to provide more detail for this time entry so that you know what you're paying for. Moving on to the next entry, you can see that Ernest Adams has spent 9.5 hours completing multiple tasks. This is what we call block billing. To correct this, the timekeeper should give each discrete task a corresponding time entry to allow you to understand exactly how long each task took. We're not done with this entry though. You should ask the firm to explain what preparation for trial entails, as this appears to be a broad statement that could encompass a great number of tasks. Are they analysing specific documents, conducting meetings with their co-workers, or are they completing both? Finally, the firm should not bill time for administrative tasks that do not require any legal knowledge. Most clients decline to pay lawyers for tasks that should be completed by others at the firm. Therefore, you should decline to pay for the time spent making travel arrangements. The next entry relates to travel, where it does not appear the timekeeper has completed any professional level work during their transit. Although you may have another agreement with your law firm, you should only agree to pay for travel at the most for half the hourly rate here, because they may not be doing substantive legal work during their travel. Working through the invoice, we can see more entries that require no legal knowledge. These clerical tasks should not be charged to you, so let's strike them from the bill. You might also notice a few entries that are block billed. Again, the timekeeper should record the specific time spent for each individual task, like so. As we near the end of the fee entries, one thing we point out is the lack of timekeeper positions on this invoice. By including this level of detail, it allows inappropriate timekeepers, such as legal assistants, to be easily identified by you, the bill reader. The hourly rates of these kinds of timekeepers should normally be absorbed into the firm's overhead and reflected in the hourly rates of professional level staff members. Now we turn our attention to the disbursements. All of the entries listed here are examples of non-billable disbursements. Much like inappropriate timekeepers, the costs associated with these expenses should be absorbed by the firm as overhead and should not be separately charged to the client. Now that we've reviewed the bill in its entirety, we can see the considerable savings. To summarise, we have asked for greater detail in time entries, requested timekeepers individually timecode tasks, charged travel at half the hourly rate, and asked for the removal of clerical tasks. By doing so, we can see that already $4,000 has been written off the bill for fees alone. When we include the removal of the non-billable disbursements, we see an extra $1,200 in savings. That's a total reduction of around 40%. These kinds of savings can range anywhere from 5 to 40%. In general, however, greater transparency and elimination of unfair charges can make a real difference. We hope this video assists you in auditing your legal bills. If you'd like to learn more about how legal fee advisors can help you save on your legal bills, visit our website or email us.